Well, old friend, it's been a good 26 weeks. However, all good things must come to a close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nicholas, what are you doing?
Viking funeral?
Not again. We don't want another incident.
Okay. Trading card games are difficult to get into. Many lack a proper jumping off point for new players, and navigating the bombardment of products released every year can be a headache. Yu-Gi-Oh! Deviates from this by giving us the structure deck. It is a pre-made, semi-competitive deck that will teach you the game and give you some direction to your journey as a duelist. Most franchise duelists will buy or trade for individual cards to complete their decks. However, in a sealed-only challenge, we go back to when we were kids, cracking packs and sealed products to put together a smorgasbord of cardboard that we call a deck. For my challenge, I've chosen Blue Eyes as my deck, not because it's good, fun, or because it will be easy, but because I want to use the nostalgia bait to get clicks from Yugi boomers and end up on a CBR top 10 list. Now let me lay down the rules for this challenge. No buying individual cards, only official sealed product, $25 per week, one $4 pack per win, or one $10 pack per 2 wins, that is if I remember to buy my victory packs, or if Target ends up stocking its packs. If the chase for one single card goes longer than 4 episodes and is required for my deck to function, I can purchase it, but the next week's budget is cut in half. The reason why I'm only doing $25 per week instead of the industry standard of $40 is because I have rent to pay, and sadly the government would not like it if I tried to list Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a business expense. Now I hope you're ready for an experience that is like a car crash. Not pleasant, but you can't look away from it. It's a little bittersweet. Right now we are doing the last ever deck profile changey openy thing for sealed only. At least the Blue Eyes edition. It's bittersweet. It's sad, but also like I won't miss the truly terrible luck I had for the most of the series. And for a series that allowed cheating, it's very fitting that I'm ending by cheating because unfortunately I ordered a ton of product, but it is nowhere to be found, and I just can't get it by the time that I would want to make this or in a timely manner. And even then, like, I don't want to go for like another 20 weeks trying to find one card. So I think how I'm ending it is the best way to end it. And that is by cheating in basically the rest of the cards I need for the main deck that I should end up with during normal sealed only. So yeah, let's just go through those. First off, we have a Chaos Dragon Leviathan. Now we actually did pull this one. We're just upping it up to 2 instead of 1 because we're going towards more rank 8 focused deck now. You weren't supposed to see that. Speaking of rank 8s, hey look, it's Nebula Dragon. It's a common one from the Megatons. We're putting in a Nebula Dragon because, you know, the product I was waiting on was Chaos Impact, and after opening like a bajillion of those packs and only seeing one Nebula Dragon, I gotta give myself the second one. Then we have a Sage avec des Yeux de Bleu. It's French, I don't speak French. Anyways, we're going for this in the Legendary Duelist Season 2, and after 2.5 displays, I think that I'm owed one of these. It took me 2.5 displays to pull 2. And that's just really bad odds, so I'm well deserving of one of these. Pot of Desires, it's required in any Blue Eyes deck. Of course, Draglubion number 97. This is your like game winner. This is your power card. This is like the reason why you play any rank 8 deck. We weren't gonna get this, if I'm being honest. I'd have to open Battles of Legend, what is that? Hero's Revenge? Or something like that. And that set's just so expensive, and this is a short printed secret rare. We were not gonna see this card. So, and I didn't want you guys to see me literally open 2 packs of this per week for like weeks until I found it. I just wouldn't make good content, so we're buying it. And finally, Numeron Dragons. What you summon off of Draglubion is how you win games. But yeah, so these are the final additions to the deck. I can't slide cards for the life of me. Yeah, these are the final additions to the deck. Thank you all for joining, and let's see how those games go. For our first duel of this finale, our opponent is going first, and they're playing Prank Kids. They end on a Bowwell Bark, a Roxy's, and a Dropsy with some back row. We start our turn by activating Melody, pitching Galactic Spiral, and searching Leviathan and an alternative. Then we Dragon Shrine, sending a Blue Eyes. We summon an alternative. He responds by fusing a Battle Butler.
Pandemonium Butler.
In response to summoning a White Stone, he Battle Butlers to clear a board. We make a Draglubion, which is then destroyed by his butler. At this point, we are unable to reestablish a board, so we go to game 2. Game 2, all I'm going to show you is my hand and let you make your own conclusions. For our second round, we're actually playing against another YouTuber by the name of Screw the Rules Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll throw his link down in the description below. They're on VW. Also, I'm sorry about the angle, space is a bit tight here. We go first, we link summon a Link Kuriboh, set 1, and pass. On his turn, he makes an Ultimaya, which we Veiler. He attacks our Link Kuriboh, to which we respond by activating Link Kuriboh's effect. On his second main phase, he makes a Zeus, and he passes to us. On our turn, we summon a Sage and search an effect Veiler. Then we tribute the Sage to revive Link Kuriboh. Blue Eyes into Zolkin. Alright, sends to grave. Main 2, he activates Called By on our white stone, which stops all of our plays. He assembles lethal on his next turn, and he takes game 1. Just for fun, we'll judgment it. Woo!
Tap your game?
Yep.
Just for
Told me I was dead on board anyways. Game 2, we go first again. We use a white stone to go into Link Kuriboh. We overlay an alternative and a Galactic Spiral into a Draglubion. We activate its effect to summon a Hope Harbinger.
enter battle?
Yep.
End of battle?
Yep.
That's the problem I had with this deck. All the music is great.
He assembles a board of Crystal Wing of Scarlight and takes the game. For our final duel, we are dueling dinos. Now you might ask, why are you playing without a mat? And the answer to that is, I forgot my mat this week, and the only option left to me was borrowing an Ash Blossom Feet mat. And out of principle, I refused to use that. Anyways, the Dino player goes first. They play a Lost World, set 1, and pass. We start our turn by foolishing a White Stone of Legend. We summon out an alternative. We normal summon a Sage and add an effect Veiler to hand. Link into Link Kuriboh and attack for 2500 due to the Lost World effects. His turn, he summons a Giant Rex and gives us a token. He swings Giant Rex into the token, activates the Lost World effect, destroys a baby from his deck instead of the token, and that lets him summon an Oviraptor. He ends his turn on a Dolka, a baby, and a Nightmare Cerberus. We Dragon Shrine, sending a Blue Eyes and a White Stone of Ancients. We attempt to White Stone, and he activates Dolka in response. We banish 3 and attempt to summon Levianeer. He Dolkas the effect and destroys our monster. His turn, he summons a Pankratops and hits us for lethal. For game 2, we have to go second. He combos off and ends on a Dolka, a UTC, and a Secure Guard. Our turn, we start by Lava Goleming his Dolka and his UTC, to thin out the board a little bit. Then we duster his back row. All seems good, we Dragon Shrine, sending a Blue Eyes and a Galactic Spiral. But sadly, we have to end our turn there. On his turn, he attacks us for 4500 damage. In his main phase 2, he tribute summons a Pankratops and passes to us. We normal summon an egg and target it with Sage to special summon a Blue Eyes. We move to the battle phase, and he panks our Blue Eyes. So main phase 2, we do something just very funny. Just listen. Solemn. And sadly, there's no target in our deck for our egg to find. This will special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck. No targets in deck, never mind. On his turn, he normals the baby and swings for game. Well, that was definitely a journey. Going X3 at locals really opened my eyes to the fact that maybe Blue Eyes isn't a good deck and was only somewhat okay in the sealed meta. Whatever, that's besides the point. I had a lot of fun. This was a project that took literally half a year. I started this back in January when I was still living with my parents, and now I'm like moved out on my own. I got my own space, and I've learned a lot while doing this. I've become, I think, more confident on camera, and I think I've become at least a slightly better at like video editing and stuff, you know? It's been fun, and it's sad seeing the series go. I think it was time. I think it was getting pretty stale with the fact that I just wasn't pulling cards, and I had to like have an erratic product selection because I just could not get the stuff I needed due to buying cards online is hard. Put that out there. But I'm still happy with how we ended it. We got to take it to locals, we got to meet a lot of cool people, and we just got to have a lot of fun. Now, what are the plans for the future? So, I've already announced this a couple times, but here's the main final official announcement. Season 2 will be Phantom Knights. We're going to get it probably sometime in September. I'm going to start it, maybe late August. I haven't decided on an official release date yet. I want to make sure I build up enough product to sustain myself through any product drought I might have. But you have that to look forward to. I'm also planning on doing an epilogue series where I duel against all the people I've done stuff with in the past, and just getting their thoughts on what sealed only is to them, and like, you know, how their journeys have gone, stuff like that. And of course, you can always check out my other stuff too. We have the Magic Progression series, which has been a good time. Just whatever random other miscellaneous videos I make, because, you know, I like making random miscellaneous videos. I'm not exactly the most organized or planned out person in the world, but you know, at least I like to have fun. But yeah, thank you all for watching for these past 6 months. It's been great, and we'll see you again real soon.